Well, alrighty then, it's a brand new Thursday morning. It's time to get up and go for that thing that you've been searching for all week. Fresh energy, fresh new start, fresh opportunities. Hey, it's almost the end of the week, and you're welcome.
And absolutely, it is Wake Up Nigeria. So wake up!
We're not shouting.
Yes, we're...
Let's
give it one more shot every day.
Yes.
It's a chance to begin again, people. It's our Artsy Thursday edition of your numero uno breakfast show. Wake Up Nigeria. Give it to sound like Mike. Oh my gosh.
But hey, we don't have Mike today. We do have, however, Mrs. Winfrey, so rather, Miss Winfrey Daniel Kolo. I'm sorry, I got you married all of a sudden. Winfrey.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. Ignore Mazino. And we're about to have a great show.
Yes, we are, Pete. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Well, hey, it's a brand new experience here, and of course, a box of excitement that we can't wait to share with you guys. Thank you very much for joining us. So let's get started with it already. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I am Email Koche. As always, you can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Yes, get on all our social media platforms, by the way, and interact with us. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world through our mobile app available for download at the Google Play Store or iOS.
Yes, now it's time to let them know exactly what we have coming up for today's show. That's always exciting. Well, we're going to be celebrating our viewers who make us, well, very happy each day. Yes. If it's your birthday, expect a shout out for us coming your way. Welcome for a Thursday edition. It is Thursday, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like my week is running a bit slow, so I'm a bit confused. I'm sorry. But yeah, Thursdays is the day I get to be the sandwich guy. So blessed am I amongst women every single time.
It's not, actually.
Ah, come on, stop it. Let me enjoy it at least.
Whatever.
Who's a big fan of Wizkid? Are you? You're not?
Best man is.
You're a Davido guy? Actually, I am too. But... But the fact is, Wizkid has been winning 2021. It's like as if he's not going to let up at all, except for the snafu with Thames from when he tried to, you know, carry her on stage.
It was still a winning effort, though.
Yeah? What?
No, ignore.
Yes.
Anyways, I saw a post sometime, I think yesterday, of a lady that actually confirmed that, okay, no, she didn't confirm actually. She actually posted about how she actually got a message from the UK government saying that she may have the Omicron variant of the virus. Okay. And she happened to also be at Biscuit's show.
Oh, she was at the O2 Arena.
Made him over $5 billion.
So, yeah. So my question is, did she get it from the event?
Well, whether she got it from the event or she had it during the event, I think what's most important is whether she had it during the event.
Because that will make a patient.
Okay.
Yeah, but I also feel that they also need to do contact tracing. No, I mean, of course, investigations.
Do you know how many people were there?
Yes, I know
think
that.
The
but then they
need
need
to.
to.
That it spreads faster. It's not like it's more dangerous. It just spreads like
faster, exactly than other variants. Yeah. So, but then I feel like there's something that can be done. If there were registrations at the events, then that could be, you know, some way to
the
find out if.
When?
It was last week.
Last week.
It was just on Sunday, wasn't it?
Exactly.
It was the weekend, last weekend.
Thursday already. So imagine all those people who
they've met with, who they've sat with, and all of that. So I don't know, whatever the case is, you guys be safe out there because it is about there are people who are being discovered here and there every single day, in Nigeria inclusive. So to remember, you still have to go about those safety protocols that we've been asked to do. Wash your hands, wear a face mask, social distance. It's still very, very relevant.
Physical distance.
Physical distance. Let's do the weather. We'll be back with more.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Winfrey Daniel Kolo, and it is time for the news. Since the discovery of the new COVID-19 strain and its designation as a variant of concern by the World Health Organization, there has been concerns about how effective current vaccines are against it. Now, Pfizer and biotech have announced that 3 doses of its COVID-19 vaccine provide sufficient protection against the Omicron variant. The companies, in a statement on Wednesday, said blood tests from persons who received the booster dose showed that it neutralized the Omicron variant to levels that are comparable to previous versions of the virus after 2 doses. The companies, however, said they believe that individuals who received 2 doses may still be protected against severe forms of the disease, adding that they are closely monitoring real-world effectiveness against Omicron. They also confirmed the Omicron-specific version of the anti-coronavirus vaccine currently in development by biotech will be available by March. Still in Lagos, the state government has ordered the closure of all schools within the Ojodu Grammar School complex until further notice. Chairman of Ojodu Local Government Development Area, Segun Odubaku, who disclosed the directive announced by the Ministry of Education, announced residents to be calm during this trying time. Mr. Odubaku also asked that the privacy of the families of victims be respected and the police be allowed to carry out a thorough investigation. He also assured that justice will be served as proper examination and analysis of survivors have commenced. You would recall that some students were killed by a fleeing trailer driver at the Ojodu-Bega axis of Lagos.
Welcome back, people. You're still on to Wake Up Nigeria. Now let's do the front page review. And we're starting with the Daily Sun papers making the headlines here. We have Buhari rejects electoral bill, asks lawmakers to revoke draft primary infringements on parties' rights. Belt says Uzodinma. Sorry, let me take that again. Asks lawmakers to revoke drafts. Compulsory directs primary infringements on parties' rights, says Uzodinma. And Middle Belt Forum, Arewa Youth's TMG kick. And that's it on the cover of the Daily Sun. Next up, we move on to the Punch newspaper, making the headlines here. Nigeria's petrol imports jumped by 55%, hit 2.52 trillion naira in 9 months. On the riders here, oil marketers, experts blame naira devaluation, crude oil price smuggling. Petrol imports will double next year if federal government delays subsidy removal, says Ipman. And at the bottom of the paper here, NBA protests lawyers' arrest in courts by EFCC, threatens showdown. And Odili CGN sounds tough. Punch lawyer orders become sands. And federal government should stop pushing its security responsibilities to states, says Wike. And that's it on the front page this morning. Next up, let's do fitness.
Oh, we're back. Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria here.
Such a drama queen.
Leave me alone in my drama, I love it. Pretend to be nice at least for once. In any case, guys.
Tuesday now. It was literally...
Welcome. What's up and about? This thing popped up yesterday on social media where people of Lekki, no, not Lekki. I think what's it called, that conservation area?
It's still Lekki now.
It's Lekki, but
Ibeju Lekki.
The Chevron area.
Ibeju Lekki.
No, Ibeju, no.
Okay.
Where you have the Lekki conservation, there is an estate there, and there was this report. The residents were complaining about an invasion of monkeys. And they put this on social media, and everybody's been taking the mickey at them. First of all, I'd like to say that this is not a new problem, that every year, in fact, every single month, they've always had these invasion problems. Oh, really? And I went through some of the comment section, and I agree with what most people are saying. First off, the developers invaded the monkeys' habitat in the first place. So now you have the monkeys invading back, and then you're complaining. Why complain? Chill. It's nature taking its course. But what to do in that instance, I've got suggestions, but I'll let you ladies tell what you think about this first. But first off, in early 2000s, there used to be this animal. It was called the Sititunga. It was an antelope. It used to be indigenous to the Lekki area, which is completely wiped out right now because of the development going on there. They actually tried to save one, put it back inside of the conservation, but in less than a week, it was hunted down by hunters, killed and eaten. So this is just the impact of man's involvement in nature. And I'm like, hey, don't complain now that it's coming back at you guys. You guys want to live big man lives. Enjoy it for what you guys think.
Should the residents be the ones to suffer it?
Well, hey, no, I'm not saying suffer it. I'm saying live with it.
If I don't want to live with an animal,
then don't move into such an estate.
No, because, okay, you guys can do whatever it is you want to do with nature. If you want to be a nature lover, don't impose it on everyone. That's my point. Yes, you are. I don't want monkeys. Don't bring monkeys to my house.
No, it's like the monkey's house in the first place.
Hey, mister. So the fault, first of all, is from the government.
How?
Yes. Because it's a residential area. No, wait, allow me finish. Allow me finish. Allow me finish.
Calm down.
Ooh. People went. Ooh. They saw the
environment.
Why like the environment, bush, exactly. You know, okay. The Lekki Conservation Center is a place for admiring nature, so appreciating nature. It's a conservation. There are animals there. Yeah. That's the space. Exactly. It's supposed to be secluded. It's not a place where human beings should have
encroached upon in the first place.
Exactly.
Okay, now you're talking.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said the fault was from the government, because if the regulators were doing their job, we wouldn't have people actually living there around that area. People shouldn't be living there. People should only visit. So if those animals have decided, oh, darlings, I'm going to come into your space today.
It's their right to do that.
It's their right to do so.
You are an ambassador for nature.
Yes.
So what do you think?
And I'm wondering what the problem is. You come out, you see monkeys, you enjoy them.
You
feed them if you have to. And then you go along your daily activity.
Winfrey, I love you.
Yes.
Yes.
No, please, I don't want a monkey. I don't want to wake up in the morning and then I'm wondering,
as long as they're not attacking people, as long as they're not aggressive, not in your house.
How do I know? Yes, they came into the kitchen spaces.
Close your window now.
The living rooms, everything, they're actually inside of their houses now looking for food. So people are complaining.
Then feed them
they're saying, why can't conservation feed the monkeys? But the fact is this, the monkeys are not hungry, they're curious.
Exactly.
Monkeys will explore, whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
Okay, I think my point, how I see this is, right, before any place was developed, right, it was all forest, it was all bush. Even when we go back to our villages, what happens? You clear land to build house. Do you understand? And these monkeys or these animals must go somewhere, right? At least they left for a while, they went on, they just came back to just check.
They didn't leave. They've always been there,
They've always been there. Exactly. So it's their space. It's now the humans that are encroaching in their spaces. And so I still feel that the regulators should have done their due diligence in the first place. Those developers that started working on the Lekki conservation centers or whatever shouldn't have allowed houses in that area in the first place. I don't want to wake up in the morning and I'm seeing a monkey. If I want to see a monkey, I should have a place to go to see a monkey or to see an animal. What is it going to be next? A lion or a snake?
There's none of that. They don't want
you decided to live in the zoo. I've
seen
seen some interesting animals around my area.
And that's a good thing. Now, there are also concerns about the fact that monkeys could carry disease, especially
I was getting there.
Awareness of
viruses everywhere.
And, the corona being originating from bats and all of this. So there's that concern as well. But then, my question is...
And it's dangerous because you don't know what these monkeys are carrying with them. And then they're entering into their kitchen spaces, touching foods. If I were that family, but then, now let's be realistic.
I agree.
Let's be realistic here.
Agree.
If I'm any of those families and I find monkey, please, I'm going to remove everything in that kitchen because there's monkeypox that it doesn't have a cure.
Okay, now you're scaring me.
So we need to be very cautious. But then, if you're living in those areas, close your windows, close your doors.
This is what monkey-proof. There's something called monkey proofing. You should do that. However, you guys should also note that you can also live with these animals. There are towns in India where people actually go for tourism because of the monkeys, because they live, cohabit with humans, and it's a very beautiful thing. So just monkey proof. Make sure that you're safe. Monkeys are just curious. You guys are going to be okay. Stop shouting. You paid for it. Live in it.
I want to cohabit with human beings.
We'll be back. Tell us what you think. Use the hashtag.
They like nuts too.
Wake Up Nigeria on TV.
And I like monkey meat too.
Well, you're welcome. We're just having a pre-conversation here, myself and Chef Debbie. You're welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Grant, today we have a very interesting meal that we're going to be preparing for you guys. So, we're just going to get to it and let you guys know exactly what it is. It's going to be very, very fun. We are making today gizdodo.
And I'm waiting for you to say
Gizdodo and jazz rice, jazz jollof rice.
no.
Just jazz rice.
Yes,
Gizdodo
fried
and
rice.
jazz fried rice is what we're making.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's going to be a very colorful meal as we have very colorful ingredients here. And I'm just going to let Chef Debbie walk us through what we have here. I hope you can all see. So tell us exactly what these are.
I have my chicken here. It's marinated already.
Oh, okay, marinated in what exactly?
I used black pepper, yellow pepper, garlic, and soy sauce.
Soy sauce, okay, I see that soy sauce.
Okay,
All right,
yeah.
what else do we have?
So we have carrots, celeries, and green peas.
All right.
So here we have the jazz sauce.
What is the jazz sauce?
Okay, here's a lot there.
Is it a secret?
So I have a blended sesame seed there.
Can I open it?
Yeah, of course.
Blended sesame seeds. Oh, I see some of them in
So
there.
I have blended sesame oil. Then I have chili sauce.
Chili
soy
sauce.
I have oyster sauce.
Okay.
Then I have vinegar too.
Vinegar, okay.
Yeah.
So I see gizzards. Those are gizzards, yeah?
Yes, of course.
Gizzards, some tomatoes, some more tomatoes, spring onions,
and bell pepper.
bell peppers here and all of that.
Yeah.
Now, there's something about gizdodo. I actually am not a big fan of gizdodo.
You said it's because of the oil, right?
Because there's so much oil in it, and it just takes away. See, plantain is perfect. When God made plantain, he rested. Plantain was one of the last things he made, so it's perfect. So when you put something else in it, I'm like, why? The only thing it will go with is beans. So I'm wondering why people do gizdodo.
It's actually another way to enjoy your plantain. You don't have to pour in with the beans and plantain all the time.
Maybe you'll make it in such a way I'm going to enjoy it today. Less oil, yeah?
Yes, of course.
So perhaps.
Since I'm using sesame oil, you don't have to worry.
Okay.
It doesn't give you the fatty, whatever.
Oh, so I shouldn't worry about that.
Yes,
Fantastic. All right, so let's get started now. What are we going to do first?
So I'm going on.
All right, Grant. Meanwhile, I'm going to help you take... What are we going to be starting with exactly?
You can help me peel the plantain.
Peel the plantain. Chef, you've asked for it to... I don't know how to do nothing inside of the kitchen, but I'm going to try. I do remember now what we're making is jazz fried rice and gizdodo. And I've been... Yeah. Did I do that right?
Yes.
All right. My mother would often do it from both sides. Let me see if all those years of training worked out. So, yeah. Yes, it works. Voila. I am a genius. Okay. I guess we're going to also dice these, won't we? We'll be dicing the plantain into little thingamajigs like the gizdodo. All right, don't worry, that's on high. It'll come on. Don't worry, it's going to heat up. It's all electric. We believe in electric here.
So while I'm boiling the rice, then I'll just, start frying the plantain.
Okay, so we fry the plantain first before we add it with the gizzards, yeah?
Yes, of course. That's how you enjoy it.
So is the gizzard already cooked?
It's cooked.
Gizzard is already cooked. All right, grand. Fantastic. I'm going to get my board so I can... Winfrey, where is the chopping board? You used it the last time. I can't find it. Sorry. Don't worry, I'll find it. Winfrey, where did you put the board? In any case, on your screens, you're going to find the ingredients. All you need is some celery, some vinegar, some plantain, gizzard, bell peppers, red peppers, basmati rice, jazz sauce, and also some seasoning cubes. Those are the ingredients we're going to be working with today. And of course, make sure that, what do we need now for, what kind of oil will we be using?
I'm using sesame oil.
Sesame oil, but can I use any other kind of oil?
You can.
Okay.
Or I think I prefer sesame oil because it has a low carbs, so no.
Okay.
And secondly, it has a high vitamin too.
Okay, all right, grand. Well, fantastic.
So it's still better than olive oil.
All right, grand. All right, let me move some of these to the back so we'll have plenty of room to work with.
Okay.
While you're doing all the chopping for the bell peppers and other things, we already have our carrot and those are spring onions, yeah?
No. You have spring onions there.
These are what exactly?
This is celery, carrot, and
Yeah.
green peas. Yeah.
Mazzino does not know the difference. I'm so sorry. And of course, our marinated protein. There you go.
So you don't need a chopping board.
Oh, okay. Fantastic then.
Just chop them.
All right. So this will take us like, how long do you think, if I wanted to make it for breakfast, say I wanted to go to work, how much earlier do I need to wake up?
Just an hour.
An hour, that's a long time for breakfast, especially for someone like me. I mean, I'm out of the house 30 minutes after I wake up.
No, you can prep them overnight.
Oh, okay. Like the
Yeah.
marinating, the cooking of the gizzards.
Yes, you can prep them overnight.
Okay, the dicing of everything and
Yeah,
all.
first.
Okay, that's grand.
So you can prep this one and just keep them in your fridge.
Okay, so
Not the freezer, please.
bell peppers are becoming very expensive. It's seeming like an elite type of...
It's always expensive this period, but I think by next 2 weeks or so, it's going to come back.
Right, I always just think that they're simply just there to make the food look good, not necessarily
It has
taste
a lot
good.
of vitamins.
Vitamins, but it doesn't necessarily add to the taste, does it?
It does.
Ah, okay. Oh, if you say so, you're the chef. In any case, do remember now we're doing jazz fried rice here with some gizzards, so do stay tuned. We're going to take you through the process as we go on the show here today. Do stick with us. We've got some more coming your way, especially if you've been looking out for the birthday shout-outs. Well, guess what? It's that time already, and is perched on her little stool ready to give you all that shout-out that you've been waiting for.
Wow.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and right about now it is time for a book review. So today we're reviewing a book titled The Intentional Woman, right? So this is a woman's guide to the complete awakening and manifestation of her greatness. It is an awesome piece written by Duma Ikoro, the lead creative director, Communic Resource Hub, a multi-Amazon best-selling author. Welcome to today. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing this morning?
I'm beautiful.
Okay, so now this book, the intent is it's definitely a handful. So now tell me, who is the intentional woman?
The intentional woman is any woman who has made up her mind that she is going to commit herself to her journey deliberately and making sure that she fulfills her purpose here on earth.
Okay, so now, at what point did you feel the need to write this book, right? But before then, at what point did you realize that, okay, because, I mean, a lot of people were leaving, right? But not everyone understands the fact that, okay, there's a purpose attached to it, right? Yeah. And you have literally captured that very well in your book. So at what point did you feel the need, or did you identify that purpose? And then at what point did you feel the need to write this book?
Okay, at some point in my life, in my journey, I found out that I've come to know what I really want for myself. And I also know what I want to do for other people. So, but I looked around me. I noticed that so many women were just existing. They weren't living. They were just there, you know, going by what comes up by the day for them. And I looked at it, I found that they have not actually discovered themselves, and most of them aren't even living a fulfilled life. So, and I noticed that that was what has been causing a lot of problems in relationships and families and the society, and even making so many women not to take their place in their place of work and all. So I felt something needs to be done. And I started talking about it because it is a life that I live anyway. So, and so many persons started commenting me like, wow, I like this, I like that. They start calling me superwoman, like, that's not it. I'm just being intentional. So, and that was at the point I felt something needs to be done. And for the writing of the book, it was actually last year when I was instructed by the Spirit of God to start a program during the lockdown for women and teach them all I know about being intentional.
Okay.
And I took it upon myself. I started teaching them. In the middle of the program, after the first batch, the second batch, I was instructed to document it so that it will reach more women.
More women.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, you actually spoke about you're instructed by the Spirit of God. And even, of course, in the book, we also have some references, right? So would you say this is a faith-based book?
I wouldn't call it a faith-based book completely, but just that it is a book that has, let me say, it has a sprinkle of experiences that is connected to faith. Okay, so it's something, the things that I shared there and even the stories of other women are things that people were able to do for themselves even without applying faith. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's just about discovering themselves and also standing on the ground to say, this is what I want to do for me, and they went for it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now while going through the books, I actually noticed that there was a part you spoke about the principle of intentional living. So now what are these principles? I mean, it's right here, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah, the principles are all connected to the characteristics of the intentional woman.
Okay.
So, and there I talked about that an intentional woman, first and foremost, has to be intentional, because you can't talk about being an intentional woman without intentional living. You have to be deliberate about taking a decision and also taking necessary steps that will help you to actualize your goal in life. Okay. Another thing is that she also needs to be focused.
Okay.
It's something that is important. And she also needs to live above fear. Because fear always stops us on the way. So you should be able to live above it. All right? And there's so many of them, just like you mentioned. And another thing is that an intentional woman also needs to be independent.
Okay.
It's very important. Because if you have that, you know that you can go to any length and achieve anything. And the right mindset, very important.
True.
If you have that winning mindset, if you have that creative mindset, you find out that you can't be dependent on people. And you see yourself always thinking about what is to be done. What is the right way to get it done? And also you go ahead to get it done.
Yeah, I noticed you highlighted music now as a tool for this intentionality. Can you throw more light on that?
Yeah, that's because I found out that music is a universal tool. It's something that everyone, or let me say, everyone living in this planet Earth always respond to music. I would say because every human being is a spirit being as well. So our spirit responds to music, no matter the kind of music it is. So music is calming. I found out if you walk into a room, there's music playing, no matter how stressed out
it depends on the type of music. The type, not every type of music is calming.
And that was why in the book, I was specific to say that you have to go for those kind of music that will inspire you, that will build your faith, okay, and also help your spirit man to be focused. I have playlists that I play even when I find myself riding with a boat or Uber. I just have to play them because I need my spirit to be tuned, focused, and always on point. So, so music helped me to achieve that. And even when there's a challenge, when I can't even pray, I play music. And I found out that the words, okay, they help me to remind me of who I am and what I should actually be doing.
Okay, so now who would you say the target audience of this book is? Because I know you highlighted intentional women. Is there no need for men to also be intentional?
Oh, There is need. There is need.
Yeah.
The book, even though that it was written in the language of women, where you always say intentional woman, but it's a book that anyone can apply it in their life and get results. A man can pick this book and read about the characteristics, the principles, and know about a man and his career, a man and his maker, you know, a whole lot. And it will transform him and help him to manifest the greatness and kill those fears. And the same also for teen girls. If you observant, you notice that I also mentioned that teenagers can also read it. So it's not just about women, you know.
Yeah. It's actually really interesting because, I mean, going through it, I actually noticed that there were a lot of affirmations after every chapter. So I'm going to read this one here. I have a pure and clear mind. I mind productive and elevating thoughts and activities. Daily, I use my mind to create solutions to humanity. I think the right thoughts. I'm positively minded. I possess the mindset of possibilities and adequacy. I live with a mindset of success, enough, and direction. Now, what would you say is the power of affirmation in our daily living?
Affirmation seals whatever thing that you believe for yourself, for the future, that's for now, and for the future. So I don't joke with affirmations, and that was why I make sure that after every content, every part, there was affirmation to help you to affirm all that you have studied. And there's also an exercise to also help you to check yourself and know, have I really hit this? Did I get it well? Or otherwise, you go back read
and
again,
go through it.
And do
awesome.
it again.
It's been amazing chatting with you. I mean, this book is solid, and definitely, if you want to find your purpose, you definitely need to go through this. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I wish there was more time. We would devour the book totally. But then again, there isn't. Thank you so much for coming. So right about now, we have Mazino doing something in the kitchen. Mazino, is our food safe?
Yes, it is very, very safe. Well, hey, unless I start munching on all of this plantain here, because you know, like I say, plantain is the perfect thing. But in any case, Chef Debbie here making us some very, very fantastic jazz jollof rice, jazz fried rice, by the way. And we're going to be showing you guys the ingredients in just a short while. There you have it. Some celery, vinegar, plantain, gizzard, bell peppers, some red peppers as well, and basmati rice, which we have boiling right now on the stove, or rather, what do you call it, cooker. And also some jazz sauce mix and seasoning cube. We are done with frying our plantain. We are about to get into the marinated protein in here, and you can see already we've diced most of our ingredients. We have diced our bell peppers in there, also our spring onions and other stuff. So first off, I want to remind people Chef Debbie's handle. What is it again on Instagram? You are?
Mercy Fresh Food.
Mercy Fresh Foods, okay. That is her Instagram handle, so you can find all of these very interesting and delicious stuff on there. So now, where are we? What are we doing there?
Here, I'm just trying to stir fry the...
Okay, we're not going to burn that, are we? It looks like it's already... What's in there? That's our tomato sauce.
Yeah, you got tomatoes, you have yellow pepper.
I also noticed you put some oil in there as well, yeah?
Yeah, everything, yes.
So we're frying it pretty much.
Yes.
What's going to go in there after?
The gizzard and the plantain.
Oh, okay, so we're almost done with that. And what are we going to do with this? Is this going to... Everything's going inside of there, isn't it?
Everything is going... No, this one is separate.
Okay.
It's going to serve as a protein.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Okay, so everything as a sauce for the rice.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do remember, this will only take you about 1 hour to prepare. So just in case you're thinking of where you might want to make this for, is it going to be for lunch or for breakfast, you can make it before you step outside of the house. If you're heading to work, it's quite easy. So we have plenty more to show you guys, so worry not. There you can see already our gizzard is going into the sauce, and I think very soon our plantain is going to be joining it in there. So do stay tuned. We'll give you the progress report when we get back, so not to worry. It's almost the top of the hour already, so that means we have to go start all over again. But we'll be right back, and Chef Debbie will be in here doing her thing, and we'll tell you exactly what we've been through all the while we're away. So do stay tuned. It's the Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back in a bit. Well, it's been an amazing, gripping 1 hour of the most watched breakfast show on Nigerian television, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's been quite an interesting journey, guys. I really hope you've been staying with us and for us as we segue from one segment to the next. since we kicked off at 7. But hey, if you're just joining the show, it's okay. It's not too late. We welcome you. We appreciate you.
Yes, indeed we do. In fact, we have the next 45 minutes to appreciate you more. Very entertaining stuff coming your way. So we hope that you're not bored. Of course, you can't be. Just like the meal in the kitchen that we have coming, it's going to be fantastic. We've spent so long preparing for this Thursday, so you better have this one. You better do.
Exactly. And then, yes, so what's left of the show? There's still so much to come. We had Yerins. Anyway, we'll get right into that later on. But let me tell you what my name is. It's Emil Kwache.
And of course, my name is Mazino Appeal.
Why are you pointing to me?
It's like, that name needs some pointing to go with it. So do remember that you can stream the show live, tvcentertainment.tv, and on Facebook as well at TVC Connect.
Exactly, and please join us on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect. We need you. We want you to interact with us. Do not forget to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Thank you very much.
Your Calabar girl came out. Remember, watch us live from anywhere you might be. Download the app. It's available on Google Play Store and also on iOS. All right, so now you can tell them exactly what we have coming up. And you're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the second hour here for a Thursday edition, of course, with MM and, of course, Winfrey.
What happened to all the energy already?
I don't understand.
The energy is still here now. I'm building up to it, guys.
Just go ahead and say the thing that's
So there's something that somebody drew my attention to on this handle, Diary of a Niger Girl. It's a call-out for men to actually vent, and this is a very interesting. As a one time that, this is what it says: as a man who attracted women, what have you realized about them or you since you started dating? It's a safe space. Please share. And men just poured out their hearts. Let me read a couple of them. One said, a lot of women are hypocrites. They do the very things they get livid over and expect you to get past this. They jump into conclusions easily. They're trash at communication, but think that they're the best at it. Another one says they believe they have more control of the universe than men. That's why they feel if they are hurt by you, they can talk to the universe and something evil will happen to you.
That one is insecurity.
No. This one does it.
Oh, you remember even your wife?
Remember? Then women are physically weaker than men, and as any species, you'd expect them to have some sort of defensive mechanism to protect themselves, fight for their interests. In the case of women, it's mind games and mental gymnastics. You'll never win. The sooner you accept it, the better for you.
That one is true.
Every married man knows that, so we really don't bother. But you know, you ladies have skoy sha. You know.
We all do. That communication one, I don't understand where you're going.
No, so I was going to say that it's very funny that one who does not know how to communicate will understand communication.
Oh my God. Excuse you, but I am a master at communication. I have a master's in communication.
But the funny thing is that those are the worst kinds.
Hey.
The ones that think they actually studied it.
I'm being ganged up on.
Relationship.
Ouch. Thank goodness my wife isn't here. That would be 3
I will
against
send
1.
the video, this clip, to her.
Well, you know, the problem I see here is that you people ask us to do stuff and then we react to it. We actually do actively try to change those habits that you guys don't like. But then you guys, yes, and then you guys
really
come up
do.
with
So
this.
I actually try to.
No.
To be honest.
Well, yeah,
but what I've noticed so far, that is the major problem, even with communication and other things, is that the way men process information is hybrid.
What?
Is like analog.
Analog?
Like, no, seriously. Like,
they're so slow.
I believe they're slow.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying not to say that.
No, I just help you hit the nail on the head.
Let me
sometimes you just have to
speak on behalf of men across the world. Men may not be vocal about the interaction. We always are active about it. We move.
You're not a mover. You people don't move anything.
Where are you moving to?
We move.
You guys are not move. You don't move anywhere.
You people just want to do this.
There's no war here. There's no war. There's no gender war here. I believe that, well, the men understand each other. So it's okay if we do not understand each other, to be honest. It's fine.
No, it's okay if we're not
the world will be a better place, a much more peaceful place. In fact, there will be no war, no dying. People will be fed in Somalia. If only men and women could really communicate.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That book explains it all.
Exactly.
We are different, and we should respect our differences and understand it and learn to cohabitate. That's
simple. We shouldn't be in that space where we are trying to. Oh no, you have to understand what I'm saying. I think it's okay. It's fine. If you do not understand it, that is okay. But are you listening?
We are always listening.
Oh,
We've got ears as big as Winfrey's. We're listening to every single thing that you say. Yes, she's hiding.
You can look at his ears. You would think he has small ears. See his lobes.
But Winfrey, your ears are large.
Yours are larger.
Oh, no, they're not.
All right, now, you guys want to
really,
we have to take the wedding now, people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big ears.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. It is time for some more news. My name is Winfrey Daniel Color. More developments are trailing the death of Sylvester Oromoni days after he died in a mysterious manner at his school, Dowen College, Lagos. One of the developments is the protest by concerned citizens at the school premises in Lekki area of Lagos. Parents also held candlelight procession in honor of Sylvester Oromoni. Senior correspondent Sharon Ijasa reports.
One of the developments that have trailed Sylvester Oromoni's death is protests by concerned citizens at the school premises in the Lekki area of Lagos State. In the early hours of the day, while the protest was going on, some people were seen dropping flowers and other commemorative items at the school entrance.
You know, one of the young ones that would have been a better citizens of this country that just end up his life just like that. And like the earlier speakers have said, we want justice. This is happening almost all over Nigeria, but we must put a stop to it. Put a stop to it so that Nigerian citizens that are growing up can have a better environment.
Restore the joy of Oromoni family. They will not sorrow for long. There will be redemption. We don't
by all that succeeded. Reaping the fields we in spring time have sown. Lord, for thy soul was great.
More than a week after the mysterious death of Sylvester Oromoni, several developments have trailed this mysterious incident. Many activists, social commentators, and many other people have raised several concerns towards this development.
Doing parent months. So I think that kind of really answered that question. And because it's a very sensitive moment now, we're quite emotional. I'm trying really hard to hold myself. I'm teary at the moment because I must say the late Sylvester is a fondmate of my daughter. So it's really not a day for multitude of words. So it's the parents that are mourning Sylvester. There isn't any like that. Online classes happening anywhere.
Never happened, not even for one day.
And with all, in utmost good faith, I'm making this declaration. And on the honor of the entire Dowen College parents, there is no online classes happening anywhere. The school is off any form of academics activity, whether virtually or physically. And we are still very much mourning our very own Sylvester.
No more. They can't believe they will never get to see him again. So we are all mourning, please. Thank you.
For parents of Dowen College, Lekki, Lagos, it's their prayer that God will comfort the family of Sylvester while they are hoping on the Nigerian police force and the relevant authority to do a thorough job towards investigating the cause of the untimely death of Sylvester. Sharon Jason, TVC News, Lagos.
Really, really sad incidents there. May his soul rest in peace. And that's it for the news for now. And it's time for sports.
And you're welcome. And of course, it's a very interesting segment here because we have a very special personality in the studio here with us.
Yes.
It's right about that time that we get up close personal with actor and film producer herself, Lilian Amah Aluko, in the studio with us.
Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
You formed most of my how will I put it, my teen years when it comes to Nollywood, because I have older sisters who were into Nollywood. Okay. You know, so I was, they wouldn't let me watch my cartoons. It was all you on at that time. So I've had this recognition of you since I was pretty young. And you started way back, didn't you? I mean, how way back are we talking?
My first role was in 1996, Out of Bounds.
Okay.
I was about 15 then, so see?
You're about 15 then?
Yeah, I was 15 exactly in 1996.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I think what I want to ask now, I mean, we were talking earlier, you spoke about how you literally just have like 3 new projects.
Yeah.
They're actually not out yet.
No, they're not.
Okay, so now, what has it been like? Considering the fact that your first project was 1996, right? How has the transition been for you in the Nollywood space?
Okay. All the while I was acting, I was working, formal work.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yes, I worked in the courier industry, and then the last 10 years I was in the banks.
Okay.
I was pretty privileged. I was working with a bank that I had some leeway, let me put it that way. My bosses knew I was acting, and they didn't mind. When I did doctor's quarters, I was working full-time.
Wow.
The bank, and it was fun, but it didn't give me enough time to do a lot.
Okay.
So in 2005, I decided I wanted to concentrate on this. So I left banking and started fully acting and producing.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's very interesting. You must have had very, very benevolent employers back then. I want to work for them. Maybe I can do that and this at the same time. No. I'm not, don't worry, TVC. But in any case, that's a very interesting career path, because I've had that experience as well, where you're corporate and also have to do something that is not so corporate. But it's a very interesting dynamic. Now, in this period, very long period, there must have been things and challenges that you have seen the Nigerian movie industry surmount. I don't know whether they're good things or whether they're bad things that you want to tell us about, where we could be, where we haven't gotten up until. You want to tell us about that?
Yes, just like Nigeria as a whole, as a nation, we're not where we should be.
We are.
There's a whole lot that we should be doing, or we should have done, that we haven't been able to do. All because of the peculiarities of our system. Okay? Dare I say, the corruption that has eaten deep into the fabric of this nation. Every aspect. And it has gotten us to the point where, as a people, we don't care about anybody else. Everybody is so self-centered, so into themselves. It's only, how does it benefit me? You know, there's this crab syndrome. Everybody is struggling to get to the top, not minding who they pull down. But back to Nollywood. Nollywood has grown. I give it to them. Technically, we've grown a lot from where we were. We should be better, of course, but... And the challenges remain. Piracy is still a devil here. And I don't think our laws are tackling it enough. You get stuff like 50,000 or 100,000 naira fine for pirating somebody's work.
Where you've made 10 times to 1,000 times that.
It's okay for the pirates. You catch them, they settle, they come out, and they continue. It's business as usual. Another thing, our legal system. I have a case with a TV station. They pirated my work. They infringed on my copyright. I'm not going to mention their name for several reasons. That was in 2015. We filed suit in 2015. I was in court yesterday. We're still on it.
Wow, 6 years after.
Yes, we're still on it. It's making progress, but the judicial system itself, there's a problem. The judges are overworked. They have a whole lot of cases. So they give you lengthy adjournments. Our next adjourn date is 14th of March.
Wow, that's so long. That's a quarter of a year away.
Exactly.
But do you think with the advent of and the introduction of streaming platforms, it's going to help piracy in any way? Is this helping or is it not?
It is helping. It's giving producers and content creators more avenues to get their work out there. It's also reduced because a lot of these streaming platforms, they know what it means to protect the copyright of everybody. So I doubt if any of them is going to put out any work without getting proper permission. You know, so it's going to cut down on the piracy, definitely. Once there are more avenues for you to legitimately get your work out there.
Yeah, very true.
Everything helps.
So I want to ask a more personal question now, talking about the times and how the times have changed from when you started till now, right? Talking about production-wise now, right? In the system now, there's this thing that goes around where more people are more interested in the faces of people and the numbers they have with them as opposed to the act and the craft.
It's social media.
Actual, yes,
it's an
actual. So
invasion.
how?
You've touched a very sore point for me, girl. There's a work I'm producing in February, and we have these discussions where 3 on it for now, 2 producers and 1 director. And we keep having these arguments. We've been trying to cast. It's a beautiful story. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's faith-based, but it's a beautiful story. It's not preachy, it's real. Everybody will relate to it because you will see yourself in it. And you will see that those who are born again also have a past. They're coming from somewhere. Nobody is perfect.
What a story.
Now, we have these arguments. We want to cast. Our would-be distributors are concerned with how many Instagram followers does this person have?
Forgetting about the talent.
And I'm saying to them, I know that to sell, we need
numbers.
People who have a following. But what happens to the craft?
The craft.
Sure.
Is it just about being an Instagram actor with 10 million followers that I may have bought for all you know? Or a talented person who is organically growing their following? And then you know that with social media, that's another film I want to do in January. With social media, people do all sorts of stuff just to get noticed and just to get likes and followers.
Yeah, and that won't go with your ethos of what you're trying to do. So I get that. Now, let's talk about these projects that you have running. You see, you've got 3 movies coming, which you're producing, which is that transition from acting into production here. Tell us about them real quick, please.
Okay, I'll tell you about 3 of them, but we have titles for 2. The last is still in post. One is Healed, the second is Plagued. Healed is about, what's it called? This syndrome where hypochondria. You think you're ill, you know, and that's what it's about. So we're dealing with that. The second one is about obsession.
Obsession.
Somebody
the real issues that people are dealing with.
I try in every movie I produce to address a particular topic.
Make it very relative.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That is important.
Lilian, it's grand having you here. The maturity in everything that you do is so outspoken, and we appreciate that you've made out time to be here with us here on Wake Up Nigeria. And I'm meeting you live for the first time. Thank you very much.
It's awesome to see really young people. I mean, like I said,
Lilian, you don't know how old I am.
You guys are young.
I'm not that young. Tell you guys what, let's do a performance here, and we've got a very interesting performer here with us. His name is Snap, and we're going to be listening to his track, which he's prepared for us specifically for Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back, people. You're still on to
We were caught off guard, by the way, because we'll have a very interesting conversation. You guys will believe it. It's quite interesting.
Yes, we do. And with us is Yerins of the Big Brother Season 6 reality TV show. And, well, he describes himself as a polymath. As in polymath.
I know what a polygloth is, but he's going to tell us what a polymath is.
Yeah, and his artwork is said to have the ability to interact with its viewers in the most personal and unique way. And we're not just going to be talking arts today, we're also going to be talking personality. You as a medical doctor, as an author,
welcome,
as a digitalist, you're a lot of things. Thanks for being here.
Good to have you here. Now, first of all, I thought you were a very interesting person when we saw you on television, but then meeting you personally, blowing my mind here.
Yes.
I mean, very interesting to find out that I always thought that you were part something else, maybe Nigerian and 1.5 Sudanese, Nigerian and 1.5 Lebanese. But Nigeria, you will not believe that this guy is full Nigerian. Most of you already know.
Joseph.
You guys are from Ijo. I thought you were maybe northern and something else.
No, I'm from Bayelsa State. Ijo.
Wow, that's very interesting, Yerins. You don't look.
Yeah, I get that a lot. You know, I travel around, and you know, people, Nigerians, they're like, you know, you are either not Nigerian. In fact, so many places, even Abuja, you know, someone came to me and was like, you know, because I was renting an apartment and they wanted to like overprice the money just because they thought I wasn't.
Yes, Nas is Lebanese guy.
Wow. Yes.
But can you speak your local dialect? Your local
yes,
language?
not that very much, but you know.
You can speak Ijo.
Yeah, Ijo.
Throw something at me.
Tekenare, what's your name?
Akiko.
Tebra, how are you?
It's okay.
Now, let's talk about your personality a little bit, because, I mean, your personality here is completely different from what we saw in the Big Brother house. The Big Brother house, you were pushing conservative. You were very conservative with your demeanor. And here, you have a different hairstyle. You're an artist. Tell us about that a little bit.
So like, someone like me, just explaining the Big Brother house, you know, someone like me, I tend to, you know, before I find myself in any surrounding, I tend to like take myself back and try to understand the people around me first and all that. Also gets very acquainted. It takes me, you know, some people it can take them a day. Me, it takes me like a little bit longer. And of course, I was getting to there, was like, you know, it's a game. But yeah, so out of the house, you know, of course, I got to say a little bit things about me in the house, and people got to understand that, oh, this dude is the polymath and all that. You know, I had no clue how big the word was. You know, it was the highest searched word on the day I entered.
Yeah, it was.
The whole week. So it was really interesting. Coming out of the house, just, you know, living up to that, my name, and just being myself, you know, inspiring who I can inspire, and just
let's talk about your transition, because you moved from one phase to another, you know, in the course of your career, from being a medical doctor, even though you can't practice here in Nigeria, and now, I mean, you've been an author, you've been a digitalist, now you're an artist. Talk us through all of that, you know, those phases.
So, the third year in my school, you know, I entered medical school in Ukraine, started medical school. When I started, my first year, you know, of course, I've been doing these other things before I went to study in Ukraine.
Medicine,
but then I didn't I wasn't serious in it. But like when it was my third year, I found out that, you know, there are people that are called polymaths. And when I got hold of that name, like when I was like, I want to be deserved, I want to, you know, I want people to call me that name, I want to deserve being called, own it, you know, I decided that I can be, you know, a master of all trades, all, like literally, you know, so any field I go to, I don't do all of them at once, you know, I say, okay, the next 6 months, the next 1 year, I'm going into art. You know, this year I've exhibited in Abuja.
Talking about that art, we were seeing visuals of you here.
Yes.
This is your art now.
Yes,
How would you describe your art? What would you call it exactly?
Okay, so this, the ink on paper is just one type of artwork. So it started 2019 when I wanted to, you know, I had this theory that I wanted to bring out. So I was like, okay, the best way to display it was through art. And also I've been writing this book based on that theory. So I was like, okay, let me publish this book and make it an artwork. So I was like, okay, ink on paper will be the best. So I got this 11 feet long sheet of paper and then drew the whole the artwork on it.
How long? 8 months. That's
8 months. Every day. It's not like you're going to work or something.
Okay, so I'm going to come to ask exactly how much that's going to sell for. But you also wrote a book
Yes,
yes. So I was going to ask about the thought process that went into the book, because you said you wrote it for 3 years.
Yes, you know, so like because of the kind of curious person I am, sometimes I just stay on my own, you know, debating myself and trying to like ask redefine my theories and all. So just because of the world, you know, there's so many informations, and sometimes when I try to like, you know, get to study the world and try to understand, I feel like there are some missing pieces. So when I try to like, you know, yes, all those missing pieces, I get that theory and then I build on it, you know, so I keep writing and writing. Since 2017, I've been working on the book and all. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's something that it's going to,
I would like to read it.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting.
So do I read it before seeing the artwork or read it after seeing the artwork?
First of all, when you see the artwork, you'll be wowed by it.
How much would it go for? Have you sold it already?
People have come with 10 million, 20 million to buy it. But
you haven't sold it. What are you waiting for? 60 million?
No, it's you know, it hasn't been displayed in enough galleries yet outside Nigeria also. And then also, like, you know, even 100 million might not even be okay. There are people, I don't know if I can call it, Dora Kunyele's daughter sold her artwork for $1 million, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's like how much? 300 and something or 400 and something $1 million. Naira,
500 plus million.
Okay, so like, it's any amount is possible. So if I have put this much work, you know, in this kind of stuff, you can't make me rush to buy for 20 million and 10 million.
Tell me about the sleepless nights you had.
It's,
you know, look at the intricate details. Like, can you? I'm looking at it. I can see. I'm like.
Yes, there is the map of the world in that art itself. There is there are so many things. You know, the theories, the ideas, every single thing. It's also crypto. I studied cryptography for like 3 months. It's hidden messages and also I infused it into the artwork also. People would decipher it, will get an NFT. That's what I'm giving out. They will get to own one NFT and sell it, you know, in any amount.
What are you, the Elon Musk of Nigeria? And how come people haven't recognized you that much as that? Because that is so much. See, this is my problem with reality shows. They don't focus on the beauty of people's talents enough. It's all the superficialness that actually wins. And that's
Look at me, thinking that I was even going to ask you about Aluko. Yeah.
You know, it's a fact. I mean, look how intelligent this young man is. But you know, I don't want to go there.
Let's just see a bit of your work. We want to revel in it. I want to. I don't know about Mazino, but I definitely want to. So please, let's see this.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why this artwork is so special is its ability to wow and interact with anyone who sees it. I decided to task myself to make something more. I've been drawing all my life and I use it as therapy. Something about the commitment in the process of ink drawing makes it a thrilling medium to work with. Before I started this project, I spent a little time thinking of the name. When I finally came up with Index, it changed the art completely. A little similar to the dictionary meaning, the one you find at the last pages of books. Index is a compilation of stories, subjects, and ideas in a piece of artwork with the intent to help viewers find where they are discussed in their lives and analyze them based on their understanding.
And of course, it's been an amazing show so far. We're about to wrap it up. But right about now, we have food here made by this beautiful chef right here. And of course, we want you, madam and Mr., to help us try it out and tell us what you think about it. I hope it's fine. Hope no one is fasting.
It already smells lovely.
Smells lovely, right? Okay, awesome. But yeah, one for you and one for you.
Thank you. Should we dive right in?
Dive right in. Her heart is beating, I'm sure.
Yes,
she's waiting for your review. And Mama Mazino, what are you up to?
Ah, my dear.
Marcino, you put food on fire. You went to play so that it's born happy.
If I tell you that
I love it. I love it.
You love it. Nice. So we made fried rice.
Yeah, that's jazz rice.
Jazz rice and some geese dodo. Have you ever had this combination before?
I've had this dodo.
Yes.
But I've never had jazz rice.
Jazz rice, right? Is this a taste of jazzy?
No.
It's very jazzy.
Really jazzy.
Nice.
Every taste.
Every taste of it.
Every single. Like,
Awesome.
It's nice. It's nice.
Awesome. Okay, back to you guys on the couch. What's happening?
well, all right, people. We don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. We've had quite an overwhelming show. Personally, I'm very, very overwhelmed meeting Lilian and all the Yerins. You guys, thank you for coming. Thank you guys for listening and watching us. We'll be back again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
It's been an amazing show. Same time, same station tomorrow. Bye-bye. You see, she's enjoying this.